have shed innocent blood. What's blood for, if not for shedding? My victim.
How's it going, everybody? This is Jay Leno. Yes, right now I am streaming on the Nerd Dish channel. Right now, the Jay Leno channel itself is currently down for one more day due to a strike that I got for inappropriate content by showing Dwight Howard fondling his teammate on the court, which the footage came from YouTube itself. But here we are right now. This is Jay Leno. For some of you guys who have never been or have watched any of my streams before, I just want to let you guys know that I start my streams off with comics that are being released this week. Don't worry, I will not be wearing this mask the entire time. This is just to get into the holiday spirit of Halloween, of course. What's going on, everybody? What up, Conkle? What up, Upward? Yes, yes, yes. The intro was definitely homemade. Of course. Oh no, no, this mask, no, it wasn't homemade. I got it off of Amazon. I thought it was kind of cool. Didn't have to pay that much for it. I feel like I can kind of like jump around. I can still party and participate. So yeah, I got SSJ. What up? What up? What up? What else we got in here? Albo. What up? What up? All right, guys. Without further ado, well, hold on. All right. Whew. All right. Without further ado, we are going to get into the comic books being released this week. Dun, dun, dun. All right. So starting off with, we have the Detective Comics issue 1076. We've got X-Men 28. We've got Venom 27. Kind of looks like maybe if the Venom got a hold of Miles Morales, this might be a first timer. Any comic book people out there in the world, that I'm just assuming that this is, yeah, I'm just assuming that this is Miles Morales on this cover of Venom. Let me know. Let me know. This could be an issue to grab if this is the first time that's ever happened. Moving on, this is the Avengers issue 7. Gosh, look at these pop-ups. Okay, I'm just gonna keep scrolling. This is getting ridiculous. Okay, we've got the Star Wars issue 40. We've got Scarlet Witch issue 10, Ultimate Universe issue 1. We've got Doctor Strange issue 9, Batman Catwoman Scorched Earth issue 1. This is okay. So now Batman and Catwoman have two series running simultaneously right now. Um you know what? I can't keep up with all these. I'm not about to buy two different ones, but I might keep up with it. You guys just let me know what you guys think. If you guys are Catwoman fans with Batman, it looks like it's going to be a bit romantic. Of course, with me being Batman over Superman, I'm a big Bruce Wayne fan. My favorite person in Gotham is Nightwing. Second is the boy Damian Wayne. But of course, what I like about Bruce Wayne claps those cheeks and moves on people. That's what a billionaire does. All right, moving on. We've got King Spawn issue 27. We've got Spider Boy issue 1. This Spider Boy has been promoted slightly in the Marvel realm. Kind of excited about it. Don't really know who this character is, but First time, I believe this is the first time, first appearance. Let me know what you guys think. Looks like they're running a bit of a promo right now for the Marvels in their comics, hoping that one of us go see Marvels. I personally am not crazy about it whatsoever. Yeah. Scrolling down, I'm gonna get you guys comments in here. Can I join in about 25? Of course you can, SSJ. Of course, you can hop in with us in a few. Look at the long hair on Venom. Apparently, it's black. It's Black Widow. Oh, snaps. Okay, okay. That's. I don't know how I feel about that. I still like the name Kid Arcanid over Spider Boy. That, yeah, I agree with you, Upward. Yeah. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. Kid Arcanid definitely sounds cooler than Spider Boy. It's definitely got some corny corny substance towards it. We've got DC Spirit World issue 6, The Walking Dead Deluxe 76, The Sacrificers issue 4, Magneto issue 4. Hold on, let me see if this Magneto, I would think that has something to do with the Rise and Fall series. I don't see a symbol on there, so I don't know how candid that is. Looks like it's Magneto versus himself. For the Magneto fans out there, we've got Supergirl Special issue 1. We've got No One issue 6 from Image Comics, White Widow issue 1. Let's see here, Return of Superman. You know what? I'm gonna go back to White Widow. All right, if anybody out there, quite frankly, um, for the superhero universe to want to promote more feminism, if there's any women out there that actually, well, I need to know how many men out here are actually purchasing these female characters. I've limited to myself to the particular females that I do enjoy. But if they're going to introduce and be a part of the feminization of these shows, I need women to help promote them. Otherwise, you guys are planting these women in here for no reason. All right, moving on. Okay, we've got the Return of Superman 30th Anniversary Special, issue 1. That's probably going to be a decent grab. Has to be a good grab because it's a $10 comic, people. All right, it's the Jeff verse. That's pretty freaking cool. My name's Jeff, but I probably will be grabbing that comic. Jumping in and out. Let's see here. None. I got you. All right, so we've got Star Wars Hyperspace Stories issue 10, Gargoyles Dark Ages issue 4, Blood Commandment issue 1. We've got Ghost Lore 6. We've got Dark Horse Comics Canary issue 1. We've got the Godzilla Here There Be Dragons issue 5. Untold Tales of I Hate Fairyland issue 5. Heat Seeker, a Gun Honey series issue 4. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom special. Okay, so they're running a special run right now in DC. Issue 1. We've got the second issue of Ranger Academy as well. Burst, let us know about Ranger Academy. I look to you for my Ranger content. Hopefully we get something out of you with that. Let's keep on with the scrolls, boys. All right, we've got Usagi Yojimbo Ice and Snow issue 2. So we got 2 Usagi series running right now. We have Usagi in Space. We're waiting for issue 2 of that. And then we have the issue 2 of Usagi Ice and Snow issue 2. We've got Masters of the Universe, Forge of Destiny. Masters of the Universe right now are going to be, you're going to start seeing more heavy promotion of Masters of the Universe, especially they're about to come out with their toy line, with their crossover with my boys TMNT. I don't really see how that could make sense though with them crossing over, because I believe He-Man is stronger than the Turtles. But when that comic and that series comes out, we'll see what happens. All right, we've got Red Light issue 1, The Nasty issue 4, Savage Red Sanja issue 1. We've got Star Trek Strange New Worlds, The Scorpius Run issue 3, Traveling to Mars issue 9. We've got Buffy the Last Vampire Slayer issue 4, Grimm Fairy Tales issue 77, Almost Dead issue 1. We've got The Midnight Show issue 2. We've got Tear Us Apart, issue 3. Mhm. We've got Vampirella, Dead Flowers, issue 2. My Little Pony, 18. My Hero Academy, 405. We've got Unnatural Order, issue 1. We've got Stranger Things, The Voyage, issue 1. One Piece, 1096. Alice Cooper, issue 2. Star Wars Insider, 222. We've got, looks like Street Fighter Omega for you Street Fighter fans out there. They've run their first issue. Here we go. A new series has started. We've got the Space Between, issue 1, Victoria, issue 5, Night of the Living Dead, Ken, issue 2, Sainted Love, issue 2. We've got A Hunting on Mars, issue 1, Canary 6, Snow White Zombie Apocalypse, issue 4, Saint Seiya, Knights of the Zodiac, Time of Odyssey, issue 2, Count Dante, issue 4. We've got My Little Pony Camp Big Hoof, issue 4, Midnight Western Theater, Witch Trial, issue 2, Faceless in the Family. Okay, we're going to Independence. I'm going to start scrolling, people. Looks like we're about to have a week without my TMNT dropping anything. Big shocker for the guy. This is a big shocker. Excuse me, moi. All right. Let's check out the criteria real quick. Just need to refresh in the old brain of mine. All right, people. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. I should have this written down, but it's just convenient for me to just have my list on hand. All right, let's see what we're going to start off with today. All right, so I believe Good Burger 2 released another trailer. We're going to check that out as well. All right, so the criteria today is we're going to watch the Wolverine and Predator 2 issue 2 on the stream tonight. We got the Good Burger trailer. We've got how strong is Gohan with his new form. We've got my synopsis on how to save the Dragon Ball universe with the Dragon Ball Daima coming out. What I think should happen, which probably won't happen, but still want to share my opinion on that. We're going to go into the Marvel Zombies issue 1. We're going to go, and then we're going to have, and then Harriet. Actually, we're going to go into Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer. That's the first video we're going to do. Because they have 2 issues, but we're going to check out the first issue of Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer. All right, people. Let's see here. Let's get to it. All right. So okay, so Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer. Can we get just a full? Okay, so this has been a bit of a push. I'm trying to find a solid Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer. So this is not the first time they had a Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer. All right, so I'm scrolling back up. Okay, so this is from 4 years ago. I need something recent. Like, what's going on? Okay, so David Cronson, an African American who created the Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer. So we're going to watch an interview on him. Okay, the picture quality in this is absolutely garbini. Let me find a better video. You gotta be kidding me. There we go. Okay. All right. I found a decent one for us. So boom, 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 boom.
Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer. I'm serious. You can add the part of me laughing and shit and cut her out that because I'm like, yes, it's serious, but it's Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer. Come on. What this comic book is about is Harriet Tubman, who we all know and love from history, except I've imagined her with martial arts skills and katanas and vampires and werewolves exist. We don't really go deep into it, but they just exist, and Harriet Tubman is the chosen one to lead slaves to freedom and slay demons. I was basically in Ghana, West Africa. I was taking a little bit of a break from America. I had been auditioning for a few big, high-profile projects, and it was really stressful and really exhausting. One day, I'm just watching TV, and it's this Harriet Tubman documentary that comes on. So I'm watching it, I'm like, all right, cool, Harriet Tubman, this is dope, I love it. I start channel surfing, and I stumble upon Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I'm watching that, movie ends, and then, again, more channel surfing, and I stumble upon Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters.
Now, child, test the oven and see if it is hot enough.
Later on that night, I'm just, I had a journal, and I was journaling all day, and journaling my whole experiences being in Ghana. And after like 3 pages of stream of conscious journaling, 3 things popped up when I looked back at the page, and it's Harriet Tubman, katana, ninja fight scene, and witch hunters. And they all just jump at me. And then I'm just like, Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer! It lives in my head because I still don't know what it was. I don't know who the characters are. And I was kind of like trying to figure out who was who. I'm like, okay, maybe she'll meet a family, and it'll be a husband and a wife and a little girl. And I had this whole then I kind of crafted this whole story. I got it! Okay, so it starts with this family called the Edgefields. They are escaping slavery. They're running away to freedom. Reasons you'll find out in issue 3. But they've decided that they're leaving, give me liberty or give me death. And they get caught by these white men who are patrolling the night. And it turns out these guys are vampires. And the Edges are like, what are vampires? We've never heard of that before. So they're about to get killed. Then all of a sudden you hear, excuse me, hi. And it's this petite little woman. And they're just like, what the fuck? I'm like, who are you? And it's Harriet Tubman. And she's just chill and calm and relaxed. I knew I wanted to show Harriet being a badass, but how are you a badass without doing something physical? And I think being a badass is when someone comes like a snarling, scary person who's just like chill and calm and relaxed, and you clap back at it too. And I knew I wanted that scene, that moment to happen, but I don't know why, I had a lot of trouble writing it.
I don't know any damn Mr. Bridgewater.
Well, then you must not be educated. Ugh, your breath smells like the devil's ass. Would you kindly take a step back out of my face?
You know, like there was a version that I did it where like the dialogue was kind of like it came off like a little bit too modern, and my illustrator Cortland was like, hey man, Harriet's kind of coming off like, you know, a girl on the C train who's getting into a fight. And I'm like, oh yeah.
Who the hell do you think you're talking to, gal?
A jackass who's in need of a Bentley. No, I ain't gonna say it again. No, it's not.
It's not landing.
It's
It's
weird.
not.
Sorry.
It's just too modern.
Yeah, I think you need to switch up the words a little bit. It just.
Do they really have Bentleys? Do they even know about
I
that
don't
back
even.
then?
I'll just switch it up. Switch it up a little bit.
What would Tarantino say? Or any of those guys? What would Scorsese say? He's a mean guy. I don't know. I am just totally lost.
So like I researched like 1800s like slang and dialogue. It started with me going like, oh, what the fuck? I don't know what I'm gonna do with this shit. This isn't working. And then be like,
Stand still, bitch.
Like this.
holy shit! That's it! So yeah, that's where we are so far. And at the end of issue 2, we meet someone from Harriet's past who is a surprise, and you'll learn more about him, and he's really fun to write. I think for these next few issues, like it's going to be a different artist just because of time and production, and for turnaround, you are also recreating your characters. You're saying the same thing, but it's like you have to be either even more specific, or you have to explain it even more. Like I think issue 3 is going to be drawn by this amazing artist named Sylvain Montesseur, and he's great and he's amazing. My only is going to be a fun challenge because he doesn't speak English. Third one is coming out on June 19th. Because nothing screams slavery being abolished like Harriet Tubman killing a bunch of racist vampires and werewolves and demons.
So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. With the Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer, with me, I don't mind being entertained by like some simple storylines, especially when it comes to action. I don't know if everybody was the biggest fan of it, but I was a huge fan of the Abraham Lincoln. I think like Vampire Hunter, like. I can watch stuff like that all day. Action packed, a little bit of gore, a little bit of thriller. I like my Blades. I like my my Underworlds, stuff like that. So seeing Harriet Tubman in something like that, it definitely intrigues my interest. And yeah, this Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer, it's on issue 2 right now. It's got some popularity and it's starting off. Let's see here. I guess this particular person has went out of there. I mean, it's trying to press for this and creatively thinking. I don't think the budget is that difficult to uphold. Doing taking this comic book story or series into live action. Let's see here. Let's go in and see what some of these other critics think of the Harriet Tubman.
Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm right on my hands is Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer #1, kicking off the partnership between Kingwood Comics and Massive Publishing. It is written and created by David Crownson. Cortland Ellis is the illustrator. Sharonda J. Brown is the editor. So Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer. I feel like this is something that's been around for a while. The series has been around a while, and I haven't read it. Like, I've never read it, but the title's familiar, and honestly, I might be mixing it up with something else, so apologize. But no matter, it's in my hands. I get to read it. It's pretty. It's solid. It's really, really solid. So it is a complete setup. I would say it is the opening sequence before the title of the film runs. Sets things up, gets some action, really kind of gets things going. Plot-wise is pretty thin. The first issue is very much slaves trying to run away, and they run into vampires. That's the basic of it. It's good though. It's solid action. It's entertaining in its way, and like I think it's that nice alternate history that has been really popular for a while, of taking historical figures and putting them in fantastical elements. And the art's really good. It's an entertaining start. Now, the negative, and it's not really a negative, is it's about slavery. There's a lot of terms that are difficult to read. There's a warning straight up in it. It says this book contains racial slurs used commonplace during that time period. Honestly, it's hard to read. And that, like, even in my head, some words I didn't want to say. So that's really the only negative at all. If like you really have issues seeing like the N-word or something like that, you might have some problems with the comic. But as far as like action, start, all that, it's got me interested. It gets me wanting to come back. The art's really cool. So it has done everything it needs to hook the reader. The cover of this is awesome, by the way. Like, I really, really dig that cover. I think it's pretty solid stuff. But yeah, like the things I really like about it, it's a slow start and a slow build. The reveal as to what happens isn't for well into the comic. So like overall, like it's good like that. It's really, really good. So yeah, I mean, if you like historical characters kicking ass and kind of odd ways, just wanted to check out. You can go get it. It is out in comic shops. We've got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code. It'll tell you the comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We do have some links where you can purchase your own. There'll be affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage. By doing that, you have to support our site. You don't have to, but you support our site, so thank you. If you're into comics, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, Threads, Blue Sky, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky.
That's enough on the old Harriet Tubman. Yeah, I'm waiting for my Harriet Tubman issue 2 to come in the mail. I'll probably be purchasing Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer 1 right after that. I don't know if this is Candid or from the same company that had done, I think it was Al Capone Hunts the Vampire Hunter. I think that came out 2 weeks ago, maybe 3. But yeah, I'm always interested in crazy crossover films. Next thing we're going to get into is this Good Burger 2 recently just came out with a trailer. We're going to show that off. Haven't seen it yet, so right now my eyes have not been introduced to this trailer yet. So we'll see. We'll do a little bit of a reaction video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I miss my channel so much, guys. I'm not going to lie. Tomorrow I'll get it back. I could have waited, but I don't know. I'll probably, I'll figure something out. I think we're going to be doing a Halloween stream tomorrow. I might share a stream with Paul, aka No Nerd Culture is Toxic, my partner in crime. But let's go into this Good Burger trailer. One momentos. Let's double check because I gotta find a third party. Nope, we're just gonna use that then. Let's see if we get in any trouble. All right, we'll see if we get flagged.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? Buckle up! The new adventures of Ed and Dex starts now! Oh, sorry. The new adventures of Ed and Dex starts now!
You think I can get a job at Good Burger?
I'm putting a good word to Mr. Jensen. That's not soap, by the way. It's maple syrup. Why?
Do you guys serve veggie burgers?
I can serve anything on the menu. Good burger! It's fries!
Are you using a plunger to unclog the shake machine, as in the same plunger we use to unclog the toilet?
No. It really means a lot that you came to see me.
Well, you're my best friend.
We're going to be opening mega Good Burgers in cities all over the world.
From Hollywood to Hong Kong. Hong Kong is not a city, it's the name of an ape.
King Kong.
The game with the paddles?
Ping pong.
The sound a doorbell makes.
Ding dong.
What? We shut down the store.
Shut it down.
Shut it down. I don't think you really understand. You're on fire. I like that. Fire. Fire. It's hot.
You just got hustled.
Welcome to Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Whoa. Megacorp wants to replace everybody with robots. We gotta do something.
We're going to change the world.
Here's your burger.
I asked for no ice, but there's ice in here.
No problem, dude.
I'll get you another one. On the E.
Well, that trailer kind of gave me a little bit more light as to what that Good Burger film could be. I see a little bit of the subliminals that they're throwing out there in the world. Really, what really caught my eye was they was talking about how Kel and Ed, I think that's Keenan's name. Well, what? Okay, so Keenan's character, and of course we know Ed. So they're planning on replacing Ed with a robot. So I mean, it's always been rumored that the fast food industry and much like retail industry being replaced by robots. So that right there, like kind of can instill to me like how it could reach a lot of people. I could tell that they still have the slap humor from the original Good Burger film. So I feel like if I were to bring my kids there, they'll definitely enjoy it. Nickelodeon, I haven't seen Nickelodeon have too much of a reputation of trying to what I fear now for some of the TV shows to display like influences of sexuality, kind of as our crew of people like to say, agenda based. But normally I feel safe with Nickelodeon and its films. It looks like Rel is in the film as well, the comedian, which I think is I don't know. But I mean, some of the negatives is this looks like it's going to be a repeat of what the prior Good Burger original film is by bringing in another form of competition in the food industry. But I'm gonna be honest with you, like with that being said, with such a simple not cartoon, my fault, for a simple film coming from Nickelodeon, not having that much substance, my expectations really aren't that high for this film. Okay, so this is all going to be a bunch of nostalgia. I'm not expecting Good Burger to turn into this Oscar award-winning film. So I'm going to see it in theaters. I'll probably end up seeing it twice because I'm probably going to see it for myself first. Then I'm bringing my kids to see it because my kids like the original Good Burger. And there's not too many TV shows from my childhood that I can introduce to my kids because my oldest, she's cool. She's cool and she's easygoing. Now my youngest, she's the real critic. She's the one that's hard to impress. So I got to see what young Carly's review is for it. I'll probably put a video response to what she thinks of it. I should have been doing that, but I don't know if I'm all the way comfortable with having my displaying my kids on YouTube just yet. I might wait till they get a little bit older, but we'll see. But that's Good Burger. Let's see here. All right, so I guess the next thing we're going to get into, I was waiting for some of the homies to hop in here, and so we could watch the you know what? I'm going to slide down the Wolverine and Predator issue 2 video to get the other guys in here as well. Like most of all these topics in here, I wanted the homies in here. Well, okay, we'll see. Because even if they don't show up, I'm still going to run these real quick. This is what I do. So okay, instead of doing that, we're going to go into the Marvel Zombies issue 1 that came out last week. 'Tis the season, right? All right, let's see here. It's 13 years ago. All right, so yeah, this has to be the most recent one we have here. All right. Let's do this ad. All right, we're going on comic breakdown. That's where we're going to be. So let's.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. Now, it is Wednesday, which means it is time for Marvel Comics. And Marvel has dropped a crap ton of comics on us. We're going to be starting it off with Marvel Zombies, Black, White, and Blood. This will be issue number 1, and we have got a Marvel zombie story in roughly 2 to 3 years. That's not including the animated What If storyline. And Marvel Zombies making its return, I really had to reflect on everything we've covered on this channel. In the last month, we have broken the threshold of 2,000 videos. This channel has covered roughly 2,000 comics so far. And the Marvel Zombie Resurrection was some of the earliest stuff that we did. It's crazy to see the quality, everything of this channel change over the course of the last couple of years. And to see the growth, it's just truly humbling. I am so absolutely grateful for all of you guys being here. But as we get into this comic, we are getting 3 different stories. A story of Daredevil, of Spider-Man, and of Moon. As we traverse through the undead landscape, we are going to examine each of these characters, where they are, where they're ending up, and if the virus had been able to over. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Gang, so as we dive into this issue, we're picking up with Daredevil. The crowd is cheering his name. The undead Matt Murdock, still very much a living weapon. Daredevil has been, and he is now used for entertainment. They put him against the undead day in, day out, and thus far, he has remained undefeated. Match ends. They put him in a and they throw him into a hole. They give him body parts to feed on, but they keep him feral. They keep him tame because he is the moneymaker around here. Without Daredevil, they don't have a show. But we also see Daredevil, while he eats, he gains some sense of morality. That's the thing about Marvel zombies. They have always been very unique. The more that they eat, the more that hunger is satisfied, the more they become their regular self. It is only when the hunger takes over that they turn into feral monsters. And the more they eat, the more they're able to have cognitive abilities, like speaking, like being able to plan and plot and do everything in between. But as day turns to night, Daredevil reliving every single person that he has murdered, that he has butchered, that he has ripped apart with his bare hands. The arrival of the Punisher. You see, Frank Castle had heard that Daredevil was being kept here, and he lets Daredevil know that he can finish it right here and right now. That he can put him out of his misery, or he can turn him into a walking bomb. That way, tomorrow, he can take out a button, detonating the bomb, and every single life in there was snuffed out in an instant. This was the end of Daredevil. Now this is what takes us to worry. We pick up with the Amazing Spider-Man. In the early days when everything is going sideways, the Daily Bugle completely overrun, and Spider-Man doing everything he can to keep these people alive. That includes Jonah. Amidst all the chaos, Spider-Man is looking, glistening of hope, that small glimmer that might be out there, hoping that the others just show up. Some hero, anybody might show up to give him assistance in saving these innocent people. But all he finds is more of dead. They keep coming and they do not stop. At this point, Spider-Man, he is spent. He is running on it, but he knows that he is these people's only chance. He thinks about his Aunt May, about Mary Jane. He can only hope and they are okay, as he fends off this horde with the best of his abilities, using his acrobatics, using his web slinging. He tries the Avengers one more time. He calls to Captain America, to Iron Man, to anybody that might listen, but he only gets static in response. That hope that he has left in him, it is fleeting. At this point, it might be gone altogether. He turns to Jonah and tells him to get everybody inside, to close up the doors and make sure you stay away. And Spider-Man jumps into the whole horde of zombies. This is when he hears the voice of Hawkeye, coming in very broken but letting him know that hope it is on the way. In that moment, he can feel the tears coming up to his eyes, preparing to fall down his face. He truly believed that this was the end. He believed there was no coming back from this. But hearing the voice of Hawkeye has made him renewed. This gives him to go on. This is when his spider senses go off, reacting on instinct, hitting whatever's behind him. And what is behind him is Aunt May has been turned into a zombie. He's now here to eat on Peter. With Aunt May being a zombie, asking where is Peter been to her nephew, and Spider-Man freezes up. He believes that this has to be a trick of some kind, that maybe someone found out his identity, maybe they created an android or a clone. He wants to believe this, but in his he knows this is Aunt May, with Peter backing up against the wall, thinking that he can't do this, that he can't fight back. Of all people, he cannot fight his Aunt May. This is when Peter takes off his mask, revealing it to be him. This is when the zombie Aunt May, she kind of calmed down, seeing that this is Peter, asking where she is, and then recognizing what she has become. Seeing the monster that she is, she begs Peter to kill her. This is where Peter Parker snaps her neck, and in all the chaos, Peter looking down at his arm, seeing the wound that he has taken, he now understands that his story is over, with Jonah coming up to Spider-Man trying to get him back into safety. Spider-Man knows that this is the end, and so he turns to Jonah and he tells him to run for his life. With that ending Spider-Man story, we pick up in Chicago, Illinois, 328 days after the zombie outbreak. We have Moon Knight and Khonshu. Moon Knight has been doing everything he can to get the last of the survivors to the safe zones, and Khonshu keep this process up. He wants to get out of the city, be done with it. We are seeing that Khonshu, they are agreeing on things, on how to handle this situation. The truth is, Moon Knight does not trust Khonshu. Khonshu has never had the best interest of Moon Knight in mind, but he did promise Moon Knight that he would help him fix this before their conversation can get any. This is when they are attacked. The House of Hell charging directly at Moon Knight, who is telling him that something is off. This is where we have the arrival of the zombie Iron Man, telling Moon Knight and Khonshu that they are very difficult to find. Khonshu not as much as Moon Knight, and this comes as a huge shock because Iron Man can now see the gods. He can do this because he is Avatar of Anubis. The time of Osiris has come to an end. The reign of Anubis is now upon. Anubis sees it. This virus is a gift, but he must prevent Moon Knight and Khonshu in any way, shape, or form. To do this, he uses Iron Man as his new host. An undead host that is more than fitting, with Moon Knight and Iron Man beginning to go head to head.
Recently, Internet All, I asked Mint Mobile's legal team if big wireless companies are allowed to raise prices due to inflation. They said yes. And then when I asked if raising prices technically violates those onerous two-year contracts, they said, "What the f*** are you talking about, you insane Hollywood ass? Do you know how big their legal department is, f***? So to recap, Mint is actually lowering prices on every plan to just $15 a month. And I will stay the hell out of the legal department."
Learn Spanish with Real Spanish TV. Click on words in the subtitle to get an instant translation. Learn Spanish with Real Spanish TV.
Head. Khonshu says and end it now. With Moon Knight, good hit on it. Iron Man decides that he's gonna head down to the people on the ground, essentially breaking the hands of Moon Knight into the civilians, to the innocent lives that have yet to be turned, and he begins to rip their limbs off. Moon Knight, this might be the end. Khonshu asking if you would like my help now. And Moon Knight knows virus is spreading through his body. Unable to think straight, he knows that he is going to die. But Khonshu offers hand, telling him to trust in his guidance. This is where Moon Knight comes flying off of that band directly on Iron Man. Iron Man believing the same side now, but Anubis lets it be known that you are not. And in fact, this battle is lost. That he will start again, leaving Iron Man in the hands of Moon Knight. Moon Knight absolutely decimates Iron Man, cracks his bones, he smashes his flesh, and with the death of the zombie Iron Man, Moon Knight fully turned into a zombie at this point, and Khonshu, he uses this to his advantage, allowing Moon Knight to indulge in the alive, in the flesh, and the cannibalism eating other people. We are seeing that the free will of Moon Knight has essentially been stolen away. Khonshu no longer has to worry about an avatar that may question him, an avatar that won't follow directions, an avatar that will not listen. Khonshu now has a true weapon. He has a monster at his disposal, and he will rebuild Moon Knight in his image. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. So this was a nice little anthology series, and we got 3 more issues coming after this following a whole bunch of individuals, such as a Mad Reed Richards, and then the Unstoppable X-Force. All of this and much more to come. But I have always been a fan of the Marvel Zombies line. this comic is no exception for me. I'm not usually a fan of the whole black and white trend that is currently ongoing, but it is still very much enjoyable. I think at least for this comic,
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I definitely enjoyed that issue. Yeah, again, it always seems like the darkest of Marvel's stories ends up with like the more intricate storyline than the classic here and there. And it could just be that I'm just more excited for it. But I definitely like that. Enjoy that Marvel Zombies. I think Black, White, and Blood or something like that. Got the boy Bundle in here. What's up, Bundedu? What up, what up, what up? Turn your videos on. Got my boy SSJ in the building. What up?
What's up, what's up?
What's going down? What's going down?
Just chilling, just chilling.
Hell yeah, boys. SSJ, you said you got a Halloween party to go to tomorrow?
Yeah, but I'll be back. I should be back before it's too late or whatever.
Okay. I know Paul said he wanted to run a stream. I'm gonna try and share a stream. My channel should be up by then as well. So I'm gonna stream it on and I want to share a stream with him as well.
Word.
For the Halloween joint, man. Let's see here, man. See, I didn't know if Paul was trying to ask people if they were going to join. I didn't want to
like his stream or this stream?
I don't. Well, yeah, cause I'm trying to think whether or not should I save some meat on the bone for tomorrow. But Paul might have his own criteria. Pause. But I don't know. I think we can still get into some stuff because I don't know if Paul wants to run his streams, do the same content that I had planned. But so okay, now that I got you guys in here, I can pull the Wolverine issue 2. I haven't read it yet. Wolverine versus Predator.
It's decent. It's decent.
It's decent. Okay, because I think the biggest thing is we're still. I think both of us still, especially with our two different opinions on who should win. We kind of want them to hopefully get into establishing Alien Metal versus Antimantium and seeing.
You know what? And I think they're going to do that because the beginning of each issue, they kind of start off. Well, what it does is it starts off with their present day fight, how they're fighting today, and how Marvel's writing it. And Wolverine's running the entire time. He's got gaps and holes out of his shoulder and chest, and he's not healing. He's running away from the Predator. So each issue starts like that. So I mean, at the end of the day, Wolverine's gonna win this fight.
Like how they started when he had the bone claw before he had Antimantium.
No.
So this one starts right with the fight with X-Force.
Both issues start with how they're fighting in the present day. They come across each other at least 4 or 5 times in history, and this is what this comic book is doing. But the very beginning of each comic book shows them how they would be fighting in 2023, right here and now, and just shows Wolverine extremely fucked up, not being able to heal, run away from the Predator. Once they do that for 2 issues, then they start how this all started. That was the 1800s and blah, blah, blah.
So the first issue, I thought they started off in the past.
Nope. The very first few pages shows how Wolverine is feeling about fighting him right now. Then the next page.
Okay. My fault. I was about to say.
Then the next page shows how they first met and blah, 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 and shit like that. And that fight went down and how Wolverine kept a little, that bladed disc. And so then the next issue starts. It shows what's still going on from a continuation of that fight in present day. But Wolverine's got a giant chunk missing out of his shoulder, and he can't heal, and he's jumping from building to building, whatever, and the Predator's hunting him. Then that ends on a cliffhanger and tells you, hey, this is them fighting them in the jungle back in the 1980s, 70s, or whatever like that. And that's what this issue is, because it's the X-Force with Sabretooth and blah, blah, and stuff like that. So
Yeah, okay, that's how the yeah,
that's where
okay,
this
that's
is.
how issue one ended. So it's a continuation from that point
Yeah,
in
yeah, and
issue
this
two.
is what issue two is. Yes, is that. But issue
Okay,
two will show you, and you'll see it when you
we're about
start
to
it.
watch
Yeah,
it.
you'll see
We're
it
about to
when you
watch
start.
comic
But I
breakdown.
just wanted to tell that to you because it just seems kind of out of place if you don't already understand that. They're telling you the entire
Mm.
history of them meeting and fighting, but the first 2 to 3 pages pay homage of what's going on in present day. So when they wrap up the last two comics, you know where this story is coming from. It's like now it's like this is what I'm doing right here and now, but I remember a time back in blah 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 blah. That's first issue. Second issue, this is what's happening to me right here and now. And then second issue, remembering the past again. And they'll continue to make it like that all the way into the last two issues. It's just like, all right, now you've already established understand the past. Now we're gonna hark on the present fight we've been teasing you for the first 2 pages of each issue.
Okay, all right. Well, all right. Let's get into it. I'm putting my video down.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Predator vs. Wolverine, issue number 2. Now, we saw already Wolverine vs. Predator back in the early days before an adamantium skeleton. Wolverine faced against the Predator, and he barely survived. Had he not known the terrain, had he not known there was a sleeping bear in a cave, he may not have been able to get away, but luckily that bear gave the Predator a little bit of a fight. Enough of an opportunity for Wolverine to get away, but the Predator now had it out for Wolverine, determined to find him and down. This time, he has returned with reinforcements. The only problem, Wolverine doesn't remember who it is. He doesn't remember the Predator species. He doesn't remember their encounter. Luckily for him, he has the likes of Team X, Sabretooth, Maverick, and some others by his side, and this is about to be an all-out bloodbath. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we are picking up in current day. Wolverine has been fighting against the Predator, and he finds himself severely wounded, needing an opportunity, a break away from this. He has found a safe place to be able to recuperate, an opportunity for his healing factor to kick in, and he knows that he must take this break, because more pain is waiting for him out there, whether it be a 200-foot drop from this cliff or the hunter that is waiting atop. Logan cannot help but feel the stubbornness of this monster, one that has come after him after all of these years, but he is also impatient. He has gone head to head with this thing enough times to know that he can trust his instincts. The Predator has moved on. It is looking elsewhere. He hopes. As Wolverine begins to slip, the Predator drones come out and they begin to shoot at him. Wolverine, knowing he has no other option, he must dive. He jumps into the river below, and getting into this river, that is when the rocks fall upon him. They pin him down to the ground, struggling to get this weight off of him so he can move, as his lungs fill with cold black water. The Predator now diving into the water with him, looking like this might be the end for Logan. We pick up in South America many years ago. Team X has shown up on scene, believing that they are here to assassinate a politician, to seize an oil platform and take out a cartel. What they did not expect were the Predators, already down 1, 4 against 5, and Wolf has no clue what these.
Increase your profit and work less time with Genius' new AI tool, which is perfect for
these things are. Like every mechs, their memories are regularly deleted, but he has carried one of their weapons around his neck over all of these years, like a relic of pain that he understood, but never knowing where it truly came from. Ripping it off his neck, he launches it at the predators, being able to slice one of them before it returns. He tells Creed, Maverick, and Jackson to all fuck. The predators go invisible, and Sabretooth with his minigun, he gets out in the front. He starts laying lead down range, ripping through anything in its path, the vegetation being turned into Swiss cheese. Sabretooth seizing fire, asking if the monster is or if it is just hiding. This is when it comes up from behind Sabretooth and it in the back. But Sabretooth quickly turning on the Predator. He grabs the Predator and he shoves that spike directly into the Predator itself. And so this spear, it is now piercing Sabretooth and the Predator.
Hold on, guys. This is one thing I have to question. So Sabretooth have a sense of smell just as much as freaking Wolverine, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
So with displaying this, does that mean that the Predator is undetectable to their smell?
Yeah.
If he's able to sneak up on Sabretooth?
He's able to sneak up on Wolverine as well. In the last issue, if you they couldn't detect where the predators were. I just understood that there was a whole bunch of bodies skinned and upside down and didn't know what happened. And then when they descended upon them, Wolverine even had a caption like, "We need to back off. We need to back off because I can detect anybody, and I did not detect these guys who are already here." There's actually a page where he says that. So
okay,
Sabretooth.
I needed to refresh. Yeah, I forgot. I needed to refresh.
The very first issue that's an entire thing about their cloaking device. Now, their cloaking device doesn't make them invisible. It bends light. So if you stare hard enough, you can always see them. But the rest of their cloaking and it's just like how any hunter does, and they spray like deer spray, bears or whatever, like on them like this. They have a certain pheromone that the predator's mythos even goes into, that what they're hunting will not be able to detect them in any way, shape, or form. You just got to be lucky enough to see them.
Okay, so with that being said, with how they set up this comic, like some of our battles that we had between each other, I'm mad we didn't talk about this before. So the Predator can sneak up to him, but I guess another an opportunity Wolverine would have, of course, is the Predator not knowing when Wolverine's actually dead or knowing his
healing factor beats the Predator every time with the other Predator. Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course. I was just saying close quarter combat, like he can impale Wolverine, but Wolverine's got him close at this point and can claw away
at this point
man.
in time. Yeah, it's something to watch.
I mean, you know what I mean, based off of this.
Top tier. All right, I'll mute myself again.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
With Maverick saying that Creed is down, but he took one of them with him. We see Team X on the move, as they are hightailing it to a safer position. This is where a Predator grabs Jackson. A lasso around the neck, and it completely decapitates her. Wolverine and Maverick, they begin to open fire in all directions. A giant explosion that sends them flying backwards. Maverick unable to walk. Wolverine getting up to his feet, and an invisible Predator showing up behind him. As it comes lodged, Maverick takes the opportunity to put 4 rounds into it. With the Predator down, Maverick is picked up by Logan, and they hightail it to a safe location, but other Predators are not far behind. When Wolverine and Maverick get inside the building, what they find is some kind of weapons munition. This is a weapons storage facility, more than likely used by the General, looking like he was more than ready to go to war. And in fact, he was. The General and his men, they have been camped out, hiding inside of this temple. The General knows why Wolverine is here, because today they are not fighting against one another. Today, they are fighting against monsters that are hunting them on the outside. Not knowing what they are, not knowing why they are here. The General does know one thing. Those creatures on the outside are a much bigger threat than Wolverine. And so today, they live or they die together. Wolverine having no other option but to agree. We pick up a little bit later, about an hour. The General's men stand in guard, weapons pointed at the entrance, waiting for anything to show its face. In the blink of an eye, one of the heads of the it explodes, and the men begin to open fire. As the two predators charge in, full speed, shields out, ready to fight, they throw the shield and we see men in half. The shoulder cannons of the predators now mounted. They are looking for any and everything that they can.
Oh, I'm running. I need more funding for my e-commerce store. 8fig. What's this? Just some review.
Take out. As they get inside, what they find is that this place is relatively empty. Besides the guards at the front, there is nobody left inside. This is when the beeping begins. The predators didn't know it, but this place was rigged to blow. A trap set up by Wolverine to take these predators out once and for all. The giant explosion. It was believed that everybody was dead, the general included. This is what Wolverine told everybody. The general and whatever was there, whatever those creatures were, they died with him. Because of course, nothing could actually survive that. Or at least, that's believed. With a hand coming up out of the rubble, we are taken to Alberta, the Weapon X facility years later. We watch as the guards are taken out one by one, because a predator has shown up here. It has tracked Wolverine to this location. The predator has made its way into this facility. It has broken down every single door, hacked its way through every single soldier that stands in his way. Finally finding the location of Wolverine, he will not be from his prize. But when the predator finally does find Wolverine, he finds that Wolverine has been kept. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Now this is quite an interesting turn of events. It was awesome to see that Team X, no matter how strong and powerful and ruthless they are, the Predators came up and they freaking swept them. They cleaned them all up. The truth is, they never stood a chance. The only reason that Wolverine was even able to escape the General as well and Maverick is because of the vast amounts of explosives that the General just so happened to have in that temple. What we have seen is that Wolverine has been lucky at every single turn. That if this were a one-on-one fight, Wolverine would have lost this fight from the very beginning. But he has gotten lucky thus far. Now that the Predator has found him, we can assume that the Predator isn't going to kill him while he sleeps. That would simply be too easy after all of these years, after all of this hunting, to kill him in such a vulnerable state. There is no honor, there is no pleasure, there is no joy in that hunt. He gains nothing from killing a sleeping man, and so we can assume that the Predator is going to leave him, to allow him to get his upgrades, to allow him to get that adamantium skeleton. This will be the advantage that Wolverine needs. The advantage that will actually put him as a contender in this fight, because without that adamantium skeleton, Wolverine will be sliced and diced to pieces. Once he has the adamantium skeleton, it can put them on a somewhat level and even playing field. And then we can see who is truly the better. So, let me know your thoughts.
Alright. Unmute video up if you guys choose, but so okay. So I kind of almost can
That man
foretell
understands the Predator's feats of strength.
You said what?
That man understands the Predator's feats of strength.
Oh yeah.
He a little wild to say that Predator's gonna win flat outright like that. Like, nah, this man still has a healing factor. Nah, he ain't winning nothing flat out. But
yeah,
Predator's being represented the correct way.
Yeah, I mean that was one of the things I was worried about them not.
Paper, yeah, Wolverine just mops it, but it's just like you gotta understand that. But anyway,
but I think as far as issues go, they had to kind of to make this interesting. They kind of had to nerf each character because I mean it would take something very intricate.
Well, it's not necessarily nerfing. They're not necessarily nerfing.
To be able to like. They have to make a Wolverine less superior of a hunter, considering that the Predator's been around for ages. So I mean, this is their form of doing that. I mean, I don't think Wolverine is as as bad of a hunter as they're displaying, but that's how they choose to separate the two in their hunting.
Why 100% disagree with what you're saying, because they have not shown that Wolverine was a bad hunter. All they've done is show the superiority of the Predator's technology to the point that they can mask even against the most basic senses as Wolverine. Wolverine's senses aren't almighty and all being. He has primal senses, and they go ahead and mask themselves against primal beings that they're hunting. So it's not coming off as Wolverine being a bad hunter. It's showing the Predator's technological superiority. So they are not masking Wolverine in any way, shape, or form. He has lived through these fights, and he's even killed a few of these Predators on the team. But it's just showing and respecting that, hey, outside of that healing factor, they are physically and hunter-wise superior in every way. They are a hunter clan. They are far more lived, far more experienced. They're bigger, they're faster, and they're more durable. And what gives you your edge is your healing factor. So he employs that and it helps him out. But when it's not being used, the Predator's superiority is showing in these one-on-ones and when they're against even the X-Force, because they are those guys. So it's not in any way, shape, or form shitting on the X-Force or in the Wolverine. It's just showing the masses, this is what the Predator's always been able to do. Your mindset is influenced by the movies they've made and not understanding their true power in the comics. Just like all comic movies, they have to nerf the characters to make it more, digestible for even the
I mean that's the point that I was trying to make, but I mean, of course, you kind of cleaned it up for me on how my choice of words.
Oh yeah, I feel that, but you had a good point, but at the same time, it's just like I don't think that they're not nerfing Wolverine at all. Wolverine is still, in my opinion, going to come out on top of this because he's the hero. Wolverine's the hero. Predator has never been known to be a hero.
That's another thing that I wanted to.
So he's going to get this, but they're writing it in a way for those just like, hey, you didn't know the Predator could do this, and so instead of drawing out the backstory, we're going to show how much in peril our favorite clawed superhero is. And think that he was going to blow past it. It's just like, hey, no, he's not. And this is the reason why X, Y, Z, blah, 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 and shit like that. So that's what they're doing right now. But Wolverine's going to clap that ass. That's what's going to happen. Wolverine's going to get it.
I wouldn't mind this going into live action.
Oh, we love it. We're loving it. Like Bat in the Sun.
I don't think it's difficult to do.
I know I placed that video with the Discord a while ago. I don't know if people saw it, but Bat in the Sun, even though they're taking a hiatus from YouTube, they have some of the best, live action. I don't even want to call it cosplay at this point because the production is so high, but live action battles for, what Screw Attack does with Deathmatch, they actually use real people. And it's actually extremely impressive. As far as the Versus series, it's the best I've seen on YouTube. And they have a great episode of Wolverine versus Predator and what would really happen. And then at the end of every video, they always do an alternate ending. I placed it within your Discord a few weeks ago. Maybe
I remember you did it before our battle. What up, Maul?
Yo.
Yeah, it's absolutely worth the watch. Oh, I thought my shit was. Nah, my nigga missed it.
Wait, you just not going live?
A little bit.
No. My live has been like shutting down and stopping, so I've had to restart it like 3 or 4 times.
Shutting down. I'm gonna put my.
Yeah, I tried doing that a couple of times. Like it'll do 3, 2, 1, and then it'll go live.
That's weird. So I just make sure I restart it right when it happens. It's not creating a.
What buffoonery are you on?
Oh, wait. All right, so okay. So that's on the the criteria for the Wolverine Predator. But I agree. I mean, I could. They finally established that Wolverine's going to be the hero in this story, and he's finally going to go through the Weapon X program. So So the storyline of it looks like Predator is pretty much on Wolverine's ass, and he's about to go through the He's about to go through the experiment program right now.
It shows the Predator's honor that this is my kill, but I'm not gonna kill him while he's not undefensive. So good shit.
Yeah. Which what it would do, because I mean they do, like, this is a sport to them. All right, so let's see here. So I was gonna go into, let's see
Yo,
here.
y'all see that hockey player that died yesterday?
House.
My bad.
No.
Prayers came to my mind.
What's going on,
He
bro?
got kicked in the neck. Andy Johnson, you gonna see it on ESPN. Andy Johnson.
He died in the
playing
game?
over in England. They died in the game. You can look it up right now.
What?
Dude
Wait,
tried to check one guy, kind of bounced off of him, did like a little roundhouse kick, caught boy right in the neck. He let out on us, bro. Happened on TV and everything. Andy Johnson, yeah. Now, when you slow it down, look like homeboy did on purpose. There was a black dude that did it too. But yeah, he went to go check somebody, and the recoil kind of flipped him off, and he went and spread his legs out. He had his foot go out too. Caught homeboy right in the jugular, bro. No bullshit. It's on TV and everything. ESPN covered it. Yeah, if you look on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, Andy Johnson, yeah. Dude. And the thing is, he got up, and it was just red all over the ice. And the ref tried to
Oh
skate
my
to the
God.
shit with him, holding his neck, and he just collapsed there on the ice, bro. It's crucial. I was just like, and they did the Penguins. They did a tribute to him tonight before the game started. It was at 9:00 and shit with Sidney Crosby and everybody, but because he played from 2017, 2020 on the Penguins, and I think he went overseas for something, but. It was the first time somebody been killed like that in the majors, like that on TV, man. It was crazy. But anyway,
The next video is on how strong is Beast Gohan.
Wow, really don't.
He does not care.
I really don't give a shit about it.
You said
I mean,
what?
The thing
I
is,
could
Beast
care less.
Gohan has only been in kind of because Beast Gohan
Yeah, I
has
could
only
care
been
less.
in one movie, and he fought against some two androids.
We'll probably
whatever,
never see
and
him
Cell
again.
Max. But like, I mean, we will probably in Super, but it's gonna take a minute, and we won't be able to see any true. I'm not gonna say feats of strength, but we won't even see any comparison
Well, actually,
to
yeah,
how.
you're right. Because he's in the super manga right now. But
Yeah, he's in the super manga.
who
but
knows if
it's
we'll
gonna
ever
be
see
a
that
while.
in the anime.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while to see how strong he really is because Vegeta has achieved Ultra Ego. Goku's got Ultra Instinct. The old boy Piccolo. I mean, obviously he's gonna be stronger than Piccolo, but we don't even know where Broly's power set is gonna be after Super. What his training's been like, and then after
Watch them
in
forget
the
about
manga.
Broly.
Yeah, after in the manga they show Black Frieza kind of clapping Ultra Ego Vegeta and Ultra Instinct Goku in one punch. So now we're gonna see what we got to see how Beast Gohan shapes up against their
Well, this person's
top.
video said he can blink Jiren and Broly away.
Who said? Man, that
I don't know about
that's not
one of these
confirmed.
YouTubers.
None of
I
that
don't
is
know about
confirmed at all. I don't know
Yeah,
about
so I mean that's
all that. Jiren,
is he
yeah, I don't know
stronger than
about
Black
that.
Frieza?
No, I'm gonna say no right now, just because there's no. I'm not gonna give Beast Gohan over Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego, which was taught by the gods and the angels, and Gohan
Yeah,
just
me
established
neither.
this for being emotional distress. I'm not giving him
Yeah, I'm
that.
not giving it.
I give him the potential to be as great, if not better, if he applied himself the same way. But Goku and Vegeta both achieved the forms that they are at now through training with the angels and the gods. Gohan was just upset because of his daughter. I'm not giving that.
Dude, that's
You know
one of
what I
the
mean?
biggest problems with Super. It's
He was
like
upset because he thought Piccolo was gonna die.
they're just
You know,
handing out
yeah,
freaking transformations, bro. Like it's
yeah.
freaking candy. Like
I
it doesn't
remember
make
when that
sense.
used to be. Yeah, I remember when transformation used to be sacred.
I'm good
But
skipping
anyway,
this one though. I really don't care about
I'm
Beast
not. I'm not
Gohan.
worried about Beast Go. I'm not worried about Beast Gohan until he has a moment within the Dragon Ball Super manga. I mean that movie, the
Yeah.
3D anime, it had its moments, but for the most part, Broly was better. The movie was better.
Yep.
But the Broly movie was better. Yeah, but the Gohan, the people, Cell and the two androids he went against, once he achieved that form, they were no threat to him. So it's just like, who can be a threat to you? So we have to see you against a Jiren-like powerhouse, a Goku, a Vegeta, a Black Frieza. You know what I mean? Granola, whatever. You know, we got to see what you pop with. Otherwise, you just reached an amazing ass form, and no one could touch you at the end of your show. So we can't really compare how great his power really is. Piccolo showed an awesome form, but yeah, he didn't go against Gohan.
Bro, I didn't even like Orange Piccolo. I thought that was kind of stupid too. Like he looks so dumb to me. like why is he orange?
I didn't see it coming. I was
I'm
like,
happy
why
for
they
any of
on?
these
Yeah.
side
The
characters.
orange
to
made
power up,
sense
to be
because of the
honest.
Dragon Ball Shenron.
Hey.
Shenron gave him
Is that
something
why he's
special.
orange?
Yeah.
I never knew that. I never
That's
knew
He
nice.
that.
wished
I
when
ain't
he
even,
wished
I
for
ain't
the
even do that
power
anyway.
up, he wished for basically the potential unleashed like Guru, and then
Yeah.
Shenron gave him something extra. That something extra was that orange form,
That
which
makes
kind of
sense.
makes sense
I like
I guess just
that.
considering.
I
strictly
like
design
that.
wise speaking, I don't like the design. I guess that's why I just think the
I
form is
feel
so
you.
ugly.
I just
Bro.
think I
It's
don't have a
so
problem with
ugly,
the
dude.
form. I just think his face looks ugly.
Bro, he's so ugly,
His
bro.
face looks like
Hey
y'all
man,
remember
y'all
that
got
episode
Piccolo
of
fucked up.
SpongeBob where like Squidward like
Dude, I
smashed his
don't
face
care,
in
bro.
the door?
Yeah,
I
That's
say it to
Piccolo's
his
what
always
face.
been
Orange
ugly.
He
Piccolo's
gonna do
face
to
looked
kill you?
like.
He ain't as ugly as Mr. Popo, but he ugly as hell, goddamn.
Y'all remember that SpongeBob episode where like Squidward's face kept getting smashed in the door, and then his face got handsomer and
Don't you
handsomer, and
dare!
then it looked
Don't you
weird?
dare, man! Don't you?
That's what Orange
You
Piccolo's
just
face
mad
looked
because
like.
Piccolo raised your son, Goku? Stop.
That's what Orange Piccolo's face looked like.
Hmm.
But I like the form though, besides his face.
Indeed.
Shit, I love beer salt. This shit's fire.
I
You
mean,
ever get some?
I'm
Damn.
happy
Yeah, I
with
like Beerus
anything.
too.
I'm a little behind anyway when it comes to Dragon Ball. So, I just learned about the Beast form like probably just not too long ago. So Gohan's my favorite character, as y'all know. So I'm excited for it. I hope to see it. I had a theory today, and I wanted you guys' opinion on it. So,
Nope.
whether or not if they do cancel Daima, what if Dragon Ball did two options? Here's my two theory options that I think that will make Dragon Ball way more interesting. One, having a story, whether or not before or after, before time or future time of Brawly having a family and having a kid with a female Saiyan.
No. Nope.
If that would if that
Nope.
could extend the show and make it
Absolutely not.
that
Feminist
wouldn't take things
agenda.
to the next level. And
Nope.
then okay, after that, if they started a series
Two
in
thumbs
the time
down.
frame in the future, past the time that the main characters in Dragon Ball are alive, could that be an interesting TV series
Nope.
or story?
Two thumbs down.
Because why?
Hell
Just
no.
stop talking. We just said no.
Hell no.
We just said no.
Y'all wouldn't be interested in the introduction of those characters?
Absolutely not.
Because I mean, is this personally y'all wouldn't, or what's going
A
on?
female Saiyan and a family. Come on, man.
I mean, every other character has a wife, but Goku and Vegeta chose to have a wife with humans. So then now you got two Saiyans having a child together, and their child is a Saiyan themselves.
So my question is, where would this female Saiyan come from?
Well, okay,
because the only place where there's female Saiyans is in Universe 6, which is like Kale and Khalifa, which Kale is basically the female Broly.
So I guess that'd be a what if, something they could create. That's why I said, I mean, if they were to introduce something in the future of somehow allowing that to happen in its storyline.
I don't know. That's just not something I'm interested in for Dragon Ball. I just want to see, because listen, he has so much rage and potential. He's a very timid Saiyan who's always been kept under control by his father. There's so much backstory and cool story to be told besides just moving into a family just like everybody else.
Yeah, I started my theory and basis with, like I said, in comparison to like Goku and all the rest of this, in the Saiyans that the Z fighters all had chosen human wives. So I was like,
I don't even think Broly.
You can create a more another superior Saiyan race of Saiyans.
Brother ain't gonna fuck another Saiyan bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no more Saiyan females left for him to get on with. He gonna get on with that green chick.
Well, I had mentioned to him that the only female Saiyans that exist are the Universe 6 Saiyans, which is like Kale, Khalifa. But even then, it's like, how are they gonna interact in some way with Broly? That's far-fetched.
Yeah, nah. Man's not having no offspring. He might get some of that green,
like the green girl, maybe
that green shit. He might get that green.
So you're saying
You're
saying Broly should have a kid, and that kid should be the new lead or something? I missed what you were saying.
I mean, whether or not they just they build up Broly, but like, I mean, pretty much following the same time. I'm fixing it again, but long story short, just setting it up to where like the next race or family or group of people could have an opportunity to like grow in power. Because I mean, some things that's held back some of the other characters from growing into superior characters is because they've been breeded with the human being.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I
mean, that's just what's around there.
Me personally, I just feel like
beings are compatible with Saiyans anyway. So I mean, it's whatever. And whenever they have those hybrid kids, they always say like the hybrid kids have more potential. So I mean, it's not too much of a negative if they breed with humans. If you're a full-blooded Saiyan breeding with a human.
True.
I got you.
Even in the non-canon GT, Heroes Legacy that y'all
like. GT.
That
I wasn't crazy. Who said they was crazy about GT?
I'm talking about that Heroes Legacy.
The movie Heroes Legacy.
Movie that y'all like. I thought that movie was trash, but even in that movie though, like Goku's great grandson, like great whatever grandson, Goku Jr., he can go Super Saiyan, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know how much Saiyan is in him, but it's not a lot though.
I got you.
So Saiyan cells are pretty strong, even if it's like way far down the line.
But I was still not canon though.
What do you think DNA is more potent, Saiyans or Viltrumites? Ooh.
Viltrumites.
Yeah. DNA, blood.
Well, the thing is this. Well, the thing about Saiyan DNA, if you have diluted Saiyan DNA, you can never reach the last two stages that the Saiyan can achieve in Dragon Ball Z, correct?
Which is what?
Super Saiyan 3 and well, I guess Super Saiyan 4 isn't canon, but none of the hybrid Saiyans.
We've seen hybrid Saiyans go Super Saiyan 4, but that's non-canon.
We
so
have
that's
seen that.
However you want to take it. I've seen Gohan go Super
argument.
Saiyan 4.
So with the non-canon argument, then I ain't got nothing to stand on. But with the canon argument,
we've only seen hybrid Saiyans go.
They've only to Super Saiyan 2.
Correct.
So would you think that was better than Viltrumite DNA? Because once the other side, you know what I mean, because they've been Thraxans and Flaxans and human Viltrumites. And once their lifespan of a traditional Flaxan, Thraxan, or human is dead out, then the complete Viltrumite DNA takes over and the offspring is always stronger. So in that case, what would you think is stronger, Saiyan or a Viltrumite? Now the Viltrumite has no ability to do energy projection or whatever like
now
that.
You know what?
Like this. But
I guess
I don't
DNA
know which one would
wise,
I be strong.
But you
DNA-wise, what we
said
talking? Yeah, DNA
the
wise.
son, what's his name, Invincible. Isn't he stronger than Omni-Man?
Yeah, Mark Grayson is stronger than Omni-Man by the time he's 500 years old. And Omni-Man had to be thousands of years old because even when he fought Conquest even said, "You're about as strong as your father. How does that feel? Blah, blah, blah. Make you proud and shit like this." So I guess the hybrid nature actually accelerated his Viltrumite powers at the same time. I don't know. It was weird. They never, Garth Ennis and Robert Kirkman never really, established that. But Mark Grayson was definitely invincible, aka was definitely touted to be much stronger than his father, even at the age of 18 and 19. Because real quick, I'll say this. Omni-Man at about 5,000, 6,000 years old went toe-to-toe with Alan the Alien and got mopped. But when Mark was 500 years old and Alan was just as old, Mark beat him no contest. And even Conquest said it. So anyway, that's a little long-winded. Answer is, who we believe, main canon, DNA is more potent. Viltrumite or Saiyan?
Viltrumite.
I think Viltrumite.
Yeah, Viltrumite.
Let me give it 100, man.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
She was saying 1,000.
Like only as kid 5, he has like white hair. That one looks sick. Y'all probably seen it.
Yeah, we've all seen it.
So been saying
Dragon
5
Ball,
was
yeah.
Yeah, we've seen that design, that AF design.
Yeah,
Like
that's
important
Rapunzel,
to
bro.
know. You said what?
That's Rapunzel.
Well, I could tell you, but it wouldn't make sense for just the come up. But it just it's like they did with last season, Phase 5. Loki set the template and was the reason why everything happened for the latter shows and the latter movies because of what happened in Loki with Sylvie stabbing He Who Remains and the temporal loom and the TVA and all that. But this season, they're doing the exact same thing again on why everything with Fox Marvel and Sony Marvel, Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars is going to make sense. And this past episode, just the way they've been building everything up and getting Victor Timely there and all that, and what they do literally in the last 30 seconds of the episode. I ain't gonna lie, it's been a long time that it's been a long time that I've done that in MCU shit. So I got to give it to them. What they did in Loki season 4, if you all care to watch it, it does make you like, there might be some hope for y'all.
That's
6
my
total.
my new Rockstar
But
breakdowns.
go ahead and give it to it, and then just because I ain't gonna lie, the last 30 seconds I was just like, no, oh, for real, oh, and then a lot of things started to make shit. The Deadpool news, everything they're doing with the MCU right now, the announcements that they've already made, Secret Wars, Kang Dynasty, Fox and Sony cooperating to come to the MCU. This one episode of Loki, the very end, tied in.
I did hear that recently
I was thoroughly impressed.
I
This
did
one
hear that
episode was
recently.
better than all Secret Invasion.
I did hear that recently. The plot of Deadpool 3 got leaked, and it kind of involved like the TVA. So
Yeah, it does. And this episode
Yeah, I figured that.
shows what happens, and it's actually
Trash.
because it's not necessarily trash. I mean, like I said, we come, a lot of people come into it with too high of expectations, but the way that it gives it to you, it's not just so as laying it on like, oh yeah, that was catchy. It was just like, I expected this to happen, but the ways of how you guys got to it made me like, oh, start the MCU again. But how they get to it with the characters that they have available to them in a Loki show is actually, I'm not gonna lie, refreshing. It really is. For something that's been stagnant for the last 2-3 years, it's actually like, okay, that ain't too bad. That ain't too bad. Yeah. So just take my word for it. If you give a damn,
It looks the same to me.
But I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
It is not different.
I'm telling. No,
It is
no,
the
it is.
same.
It is because this is how the first season of Loki set the precedent of what they're doing with the multiverse. The same thing has to happen. I'm not saying being totally impressed and like it and want to watch it and represent it, but it's much better than what you've been given if you've been disappointed. I guess that's all I can say for someone who's on the negative side. If you're on the optimistic side of it, give it a whirl. It takes you 4 episodes, and it means something.
Well, guys, let's see here. Are you guys hopping in for Paul's Halloween stream tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Who?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
If he's confirmed to really be doing it.
I mean, if he doesn't, I'm gonna stream.
Wait, Parker's doing something?
No, Paul.
Oh, you talking about Toxic?
Yeah, Toxic.
Okay. What's he doing?
He wants to do a Halloween stream.
From that man, so.
Well, yeah, I'll put it in my Discord. But I was about to say, if he's probably gonna StreamYard it, so I'm gonna when you're on StreamYard on your laptop, I can share that stream and start up my own on my own page, and my page will be active tomorrow. But what I was gonna do it tonight, but the way this live is cutting in and out, I might wait till tomorrow. I was gonna do like some Watch Mojo top 10, horror characters. Maybe we get like everybody get their favorite Halloween treats. Get into some nostalgia a little bit. Tomorrow, unless you guys have something y'all want to throw in as an idea for the Halloween special.
I'm not sure. Like, if not any like specifics ideas or specifics, I would just say like just chill, I guess.
Okay.
I might just do a Resident Evil stream again.
There you go.
Okay. I mean, technically, you can do that.
That's what I might do.
Okay. You can do that. Okay. Let me. I'm about to use the restroom real quick.
Try to beat the first game on Chris's profile. Last stream was Jill, which I already beat.
Yep. I'll be back.
Bro, we are like days away from Invincible season 2.
I know.
It's finally here, dude. I can't believe it.